Hi, welcome to Yoga Paths Yoga class. I'm Kate, and today we're going to move through a gentle practice for low back. So we're going to go ahead and begin on our backs. So take your time and excuse me, and you'll ease down onto your back. Feet are on the floor, shoulder blades gently tuck under. Then go ahead and lift the hips a little bit, give that low back a tuck under, and then relax it down. Okay, and the arms can relax wherever they're comfortable. That could be on the floor, resting on the top of the legs. Some people like to have their hands on their belly, so whatever's comfortable for you. And please use any support under the head that's needed. And then from this starting position, just allow your eyes to gently close, allowing the back of the body to settle into the floor, relaxing across the chest and the shoulder blades. And as you inhale, just notice where you feel the breath moving in the body. And then bringing that same awareness to your exhale, exhaling and just feeling the breath and the movement of that breath as it leaves your body on the exhale. And just taking your time. And as you're lying here in this space, meet yourself with compassion and treat yourself with loving kindness, allowing the practice to nurture the self, not cause it any harm. Listening to and honoring your needs above and beyond the structure of the class. Okay, so we'll begin by bringing the knees onto the body. So a gentle lift of the pelvic floor and engagement of the belly to help lift the weight of those legs. Bringing the knees towards you and just gently wrap the arms around the legs, just giving that low back an easy, gentle stretch. And then go ahead and take each knee into each hand. Just begin to circle the legs around so the knees move away from each other and then away from the body till the arms are straight. Bring the legs back together, bringing the legs towards you. And just circling the legs this way. And if it's comfortable, coordinating the inhale as the legs move out and away from the body. And the exhale as the legs come together and towards the body. So in this way, just giving gentle movement through the hips, gentle movement through the arms and the shoulders. Just check that you're not grabbing or clenching the knees and the hands. So just notice how tightly you're gripping with the fingers. Just using the least amount of effort necessary. And this next time that you bring the knees towards you, take that circle in the opposite direction so the knees stay together and move away from the body and away from each other, back towards the body and coming together. Together they move away. The knees go wide, circling the knees back towards the body and each other. And just a few times in this direction. And stay with a nice even breath, inhaling and exhaling. Taking your time, stay relaxed through the shoulder girdle, the shoulder blades, the chest, all the way down to the fingertips. Good. And this next time that the legs come towards the body, just go ahead again, hug the knees to you. This time a little more energy, pulling the knees towards the chest, really drawing that lower spine off the floor. And then keep a hold of your right leg. You can interlace the fingers over the top of the shin or knee as you extend that left leg along the floor. And then notice if you're hugging the shoulders off the floor and relax them down. And some people prefer to hold underneath that thigh. You may even like to put a strap across the front of the shin and hold either side of that strap or belt. Good. And then go ahead and circle each foot. So just moving through the ankle, circling in one direction, and check that the jaw is nice and relaxed. And then circling in the opposite direction. Again, check in with the shoulders. And then when you're ready, gentle lift of the pelvic floor, and engagement of the abdomen. The left leg comes back, hug both legs towards you, and then moving to the opposite side. Keep a hold of that left leg, and the right leg stretches out. And if it is bothersome or difficult to stretch one leg all the way out, you can simply bend that knee and keep the foot on the floor. So don't even compete with yourself and what one side of the body can do compared to the other. Give another circle through the ankles, a few times in one direction, relaxing the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. And then changing the direction of those circles through the ankles. Good. A deep breath in, sighing it out when you're ready. Gentle lift through the pelvic floor and engagement through the abdomen. That right leg comes back, hugging the knees to you. Good. And then again, keep a hold of the right leg, and this time keep the left knee bent, bringing the bottom of the foot to the floor. And then stretch that right leg up towards the ceiling. Okay? And this could be an excellent time to use a strap, which I don't have with me. So let me grab and I will show you in just a moment. I don't have it over here either. Oh, I see it. Okay. That'll teach me to start a video before I have my props with me. Okay. So the left knee is bent and on the floor, and that right leg is extended up towards the ceiling. And this may be a good time to use a strap or a belt. And you bring it across, you can bring it right under the ball of the right foot. You can bring it right in front of the heel, maybe through right across the arch of the foot, whatever feels comfortable to you. But then let the arms slide down that strap so that the upper arms to the elbows can stay relaxed on the floor. Okay? If you have the capability to reach up and hold over that right foot, then that's what you can do. All right. And then from here, just give a gentle stretch to the back of that right leg. So the right knee is lifted into the ankle, and the front of that right upper leg, so the thigh, the quads are strong and engaged, so that the back of the leg, hamstrings to the calf, can get a nice supported stretch. Then just take a couple breaths here. Good. Just taking your time with the breath. And begin to bring your awareness to the abdomen. And you're drawing the front body through the belly a little closer to the back body, so that you're giving support to the leg, the right leg that's lifted. You're not asking your lower back to hold the weight of that right leg. Good. So just a nice stretch. If you're using a strap, reach up with both hands until both arms are nice and extended. Or again, if it's available, you can hold over the top of the foot. Just begin to ease the ball of that right foot towards you. Okay, again, both hands. And you're just easing the right ball of the foot towards you. Just giving a little more stretch. Some people feel this right away through the calf, okay, the back of the lower leg. Some people are going to feel it more through the back of your upper leg, through the hamstrings. You do not want to feel this right behind your knee. Okay, so if you're doing that, release that leg a little bit. You don't need to pull it so close towards you. Okay, you can even bring a little bend into that right knee as well. Okay, so just taking a couple more breaths here. Just letting the right back side of the body get a nice long stretch. Nice easy breaths. Good. And then go ahead, bend that right knee towards the body. Give it a little hug. And then bring that right foot to the floor next to the left. Before moving to the other side, just kind of check in and feel how the back of the body and the floor meet. And just compare one side of the body to the other. Good. And then gently roll the head from side to side, loosening off any tension through the neck or the shoulders. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw. And then pelvic floor lifted. Gentle engagement of the core. Hug both knees to you. And then bring that right foot to the floor and extend your left leg up. Okay. One leg is usually tighter than the other. Okay. So again, a lot of variations for keeping your left leg up towards the ceiling. Okay. We went through the strap on the right side. Another option is to hold behind the left leg. Okay. And you can hold behind the calf, closer to the ankle, or where I first showed you behind the upper leg. Okay, you can use that strap, or you can hold over the top of the foot as well. Okay, just you're not asking for any additional stress through that upper body. Okay, so check that the back of the neck feels nice and long. You're not flattening the back of the neck to the floor. Okay, again, if you need to support the head at all, please do so. And just taking a few deep breaths, begin to ease the ball of that left foot towards you. Getting a little more deeper stretch. Because you're stretching the back of the leg, you want the front of the leg to be nice and strong, maintaining a gentle core engagement so that you're not asking the lower back to hold the weight of the leg. It is being supported through the front body. No stretch behind the knee. You want to feel it in the belly of the muscles. Taking your time, one breath at a time. Just letting the muscles get a nice stretch. Lengthening that whole back left side of the body. Good. And then go ahead and bend that left knee onto the body. Give it a little hug. Bring the right knee onto the body. Hug both knees towards you. And then lower the feet to the floor. Stretch those legs out nice and long. Take the arms overhead. If it's easy enough on the shoulders, and there's no pain in the shoulders, the arms come all the way overhead. Okay, otherwise, you can take the arms out. Okay, and then slowly begin to stretch them up if that's easier on your shoulders. That's just another option that you can use, and then just begin to point and flex the feet. Good. And circle through the ankles one more time. Breathing. Good. Change the direction of the circle through the ankles. Good. And then exhale the arms back down by the side of the body. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. And then bring the arms beside you. Good. Tuck the shoulder blades under. And then pressing into your heels, engaging in the buttocks, begin to reach the knees away from you, okay? So that you're not letting all the weight of the body dump into your shoulders. So you feel the work in the buttocks, in the legs, okay? Press down through the center of your heels. If there's room, and depending on how long you've been practicing and if it works for you, and tuck those shoulders under a little bit more, strongly engaging through the buttocks, of reaching the tailbone towards the knees. So you're not compressing in the lower back. Don't smush the back of your neck to the floor. Give the chin a gentle tuck and then let the head come back to its natural position. And then as you exhale, slowly lowering the spine down. And so in this, we'll move up on the inhale and then back down on the exhale. So as you breathe in, press into the heels, reach the knees away from you. Feel that wonderful expansion through the chest, across the collarbone. And then as you exhale, it's a break at that hip joint so that when you're lowering down, the whole back comes down together. There is the option to roll the spine down one vertebra at a time. If that works for you, then go ahead and you can do that. Some people teach rolling as you lift. You're lifting one vertebra at a time off the floor. And then as you lower, you're coming down one vertebra at a time. I prefer this method on my body of lifting and lowering, keeping the spine extended as I do so. Again, if you have been practicing for a while, then you may decide to do it differently. So lifting and lowering, moving with your breath, inhaling as you lift. And what you want to avoid when you're lifting is letting the knees get wider than your hips. And I always think that it's slightly amusing that as yoga teachers will say, step the feet hip distance apart when you're lifting. If you can't actually see your feet, sometimes it can be a little difficult to know if they're hip width apart or not. Okay, you don't want any pain in the knees, and then we'll just lift and lower one more time. So inhaling, letting the hips lift into your bridge pose, buttocks are engaged. Think of lengthening the front of those thighs, lengthening the whole front body. And then when you're ready, exhale and come all the way down. Excellent. Good. Take a full breath here, just allowing the weight of the back body to settle into the floor. Good. And then we'll just move into a gentle sideways stretch. So inhale an arm overhead. Roll the body to that side, bringing that top arm with you, extending that top leg as you walk the body up to a seated position. Use any support that is comfortable for you to come into an easy cross-legged position, or again, any seated position that works for your body. Okay, inhale the arms all the way up. And then interlace the fingers and bring the hands to the back of the head. Gently press the back of the head into the hands, drawing the chin towards the throat as if you're making double chins. Gently ease the shoulder blades together. Okay, and then there's an engagement of the core. It's not a tightening, it's just an engagement. So the pelvic floor is lifted and the abdomen is engaged. And we'll begin by exhaling to the right. So exhaling down, keep that gentle pressure of the back of the head into the hands so that you're not pushing your head forward. And then as you inhale, lift the body up, exhaling over to the opposite side. Notice if you're pushing the head forward, keep the head back. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you ease over. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you ease over. Good. This time, inhaling up, go ahead, exhale all the way over to the right side, and then release that right hand down towards the floor. Okay, you're not dumping your weight into that right wrist. Give a little roll of the shoulders back and down. Turn the head to look at that left elbow. Good. And then bend your right elbow. So make sure you're not hugging that right shoulder up towards the ear. The little bend to that right shoulder so it's deepening that side stretch a little bit more. Planting that left sit bone down towards the floor. And then on your inhale, extend that right arm over as far as is comfortable. Okay, so you've got this muscle that attaches this arm, both of your arms, to the low back. So this, when you extend that arm, the arm does not have to hug the ear. Just straightening through the elbow, you may feel that connection of the arm all the way down through the waist and into the low back. Press into that right hand, lift the body all the way up, exhale the arm down. Roll through the shoulders. Good. Inhale the arms up when you're ready. Interlace the fingers, bring the hands to the back of the head, gently press the back of the head into the hands, and then exhale over to the left side. Good. Pressing the back of the head towards the hands so that you're not pushing your head forward. So you're bringing that head back, and then go ahead, releasing that left hand just to touch the floor. Turn the head, looking to the right elbow. Really opening through the chest, staying anchored through that right sit bone as you begin to bend that left elbow. Okay, don't come out of your right side. And then extending that right arm, so straightening that right elbow. And then just check in with that left side. Are you hugging the shoulder up to the ear? The elbow is bent. The right arm is straight, lengthening it over. You may have more range of motion on one side than the other, so it may feel different, or you may feel it in different places on one side to the other. So just notice. As long as there is no pain, pain or the breathing is stopped, or is getting a little ragged, those are going to be your indicators that you are pushing yourself too far. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling that right arm down and roll through the shoulders. Okay, from here we'll do a seated cat-cow. So bring the hands on top of the knees. Again, don't grab the knees. And as you exhale, turn to the side so it's a little more obvious what's happening. Okay, the core, the pelvic floor lifts, the core is gently engaged, the chin drops, exhaling as you round back. And then as you inhale, lift the body up, lift the chest, lift the chin. Keep that extension as you exhale and bow forward, letting the head slowly release towards the floor. And then as if you're drawing a line with the chin, bring that chin forward. You may want to press into the legs a little bit as you lift up, exhaling and easing back. Inhaling, coming all the way up, taking that slight back bend, exhaling as you bow forward, letting the head float down. Inhale, slowly lengthening gently through the front of the throat, lifting the body back up into that back bend. Strong exhale as you round back. Inhaling as you lift up, lengthening, exhaling as you ease forward, letting the head come down. And then this time, inhale, reach the chin forward, lifting the body all the way up, and then bring the head to neutral and take a complete breath. Notice how you feel. And if it's available, switch the cross of the legs. If that doesn't work for your legs, your knees or your hips, don't worry about it. Okay, so now as you exhale, round the spine back, and then go ahead and take your weight all the way over to the right. You may come out of that left sitting bone, okay? Keep the body low as you reach the chest and chin forward, over to the opposite side, and rounding back. So just circling through the waist, letting yourself get some gentle movement through the shoulder girdle, getting some release through the lower back. Again, if anything is hurting or pinching, please don't punish the body in order to do the movement. You're not trying to cram your body into any position. You are letting the yoga pose conform itself around your body. So everybody is going to look a little different, but only you know what you feel happening inside of your body. So listen to yourself and your own needs. And the next time that you come all the way back, go ahead and move in the opposite direction. Okay, if you again want to switch the cross of the legs, some people like to do that, go ahead and do that. You may find as you're moving and breathing that one side is a little tighter than the other. All good information for you and taking care of your body. So just breathing and moving. I like to inhale through this first half of the circle as I'm coming forward over the legs, exhaling as I ease back. Okay, that matches the pace of my breathing. What is important is that you're taking good, full, healthy breaths. Okay, one more time circling in this direction. Good. And then coming all the way back to center, extending the spine as you sit up. Okay, go ahead this time and extend the right leg in front of you. The left knee is bent and the left heel is coming towards the right inner thigh. The right heel is pressed away and the back of that right leg is coming towards the floor. Maintaining an extended spine, begin to bring the body forward. Okay, so by an extended spine, you will be pitching the body forward by rolling forward on the sitting bones. If there is no movement of coming forward on the sitting bones, you want to sit up a little higher. Or if there's any pinching in the front of the hip as you do that, you don't need to, again, you're not punishing your body to get there. This may be all the stretch that you need. Okay, so just coming as far forward as you can with that extended spine. Again, same thing. If you can reach the top of the foot, do so. This is another great time for a strap or a belt around the bottom of the foot. You want to be able to draw your shoulder blades together so you know you're not rounding in the back. Okay, so go ahead and really reach through the right heel. Strongly press the back of that right thigh down into the floor. Okay, and breathe. Inhale and get a sense of that spine lengthening nice and long. Exhale, really lift that right knee up into the thigh, squeezing that thigh, squeezing the belly. Inhaling as you lengthen. Exhaling strong through that front body. One more breath here. Inhaling as you lengthen. And now as you exhale, keep that strength through the front body and just gently folding forward and down. If you do not at this time have the mobility to round forward and down, then don't worry about it. It's okay. All right, take a couple more deep breaths here. Every exhale is a reminder to strengthen through the leg, core engagement. One more full breath here. And as you're bringing the body up, really press the back of that right leg into the floor and bring yourself all the way up. Good. And now inhale, bring your arms forward and up. And as you exhale, Begin to twist to your right. Let the right hand gently come to the floor behind you. Let your left hand come to the outside of that left leg. Sitting up nice and tall. Right shoulder blade easing towards the spine. Don't pull your left shoulder forward. Taking the chin towards that right shoulder, and with the eyes look to the right. Breathe. Keep your right heel pressed away, the weight even on your sitting bones. Bring your awareness all the way down into the very low abdomen. And feel yourself drawing that left lower abdomen towards the right inner thigh. Breathing in and lifting up through the spine. Exhaling, that left lower abdomen drawing towards the right inner thigh. And on this next inhale, start with the top of the head and come back to center. So the head comes back, the shoulders, the ribs, the abdomen. Good. And then go ahead, give both legs a stretch. You can take the hands behind you and then just wiggle and shake the legs. Very ancient yoga pose, the wiggle and shake of the legs. All right, so now we'll go to the opposite side. So bending that right knee and let the right knee ease out to the side. Okay, the right heel presses into that left lower abdomen. Weight even on both sitting bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Tilting forward on the sitting bones, keeping the spine extended. Okay, maybe holding over the top of the foot. If doing so doesn't round your upper back, you can still draw both shoulder blades towards the spine. And there's also a strap to help. If you want longer arms, you can use a strap. Okay, so from here, just go ahead and breathe. Press that left heel away from you. Press the back of the leg down towards the floor. Okay, so really lengthening the spine, really lengthening the back of that left leg. As you exhale, lifting the left knee towards the top of the thigh, pressing the back of that left leg into the floor. Again, no pain behind that left knee. Just are looking for a stretch sensation through the lower back of the lower left leg, the back of the upper left leg. You may feel it in the lower back, but no pain, no strain. Breathe. Couple more breaths here, letting the inhale help the spine grow nice and tall. The exhale reminds you to keep the front body engaged, really anchoring down through the floor. And then on this next exhale, strong core as you fold forward and down, again, only if that works for your body. And again, it may have worked really well on one side, and it doesn't seem to want to work as well on the second side. Okay? So that may mean just repeating that side a couple more times, giving it a little more attention. It may mean that. Okay. So just take a couple more breaths here. Another thing that you can also do to give yourself support is to put support under the knee that is bent out to the side. So that may need some support underneath the leg. Some people find it very comfortable to roll up a little towel and put it underneath the knee joint if the leg doesn't want to extend straight out. Okay. And then when you're ready to come out of your pose, go ahead and press that back leg down into the floor, using that ground reaction force to bring your body all the way up. Good. And then you stay where you are. I'm just going to turn. Okay. Once you're up, inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Now, as you're twisting, draw deep down that right lower abdomen, bringing it towards that left inner thigh. The hands come down. You're not gripping with the fingers. You're not dumping your weight into the hands. Relax your jaw. Weight is even on both sitting bones. And then taking the chin over that left shoulder. And with the eyes looking to the left, and breathe. And just twisting every exhale, drawing that right lower abdomen towards the left inner thigh. Every inhale, lengthening and lifting. Strong work for the abdomen. Breathe. And then on your inhale, starting with the top of the head, slowly coming back to center. Good. And then this time, go ahead, extend both legs. Inhale the arms out, lift them all the way up. Bring the weight to the very front of your sitting bones, reaching forward and then folding forward and down. And breathe. Do not put pressure on yourself to fold more or deeper than your body is ready for. When I first began a yoga practice, my first class that I took was all about stretching the back of the legs. And I was an avid runner, and I loved to work out. And the back of my legs had zero flexibility. It took me a pretty long time to develop that flexibility. It doesn't, some people just have it, are born with it. I was not born with that flexibility, so just take your time. Meet yourself where you are in the moment. Good. Now to come out of this pose this time, bring the hands beside the legs. You're still pressing down into the legs, but because we're taking it easy and gentle, let the hands help you walk the body all the way up. Good. Take the hands behind you. I like to have my fingers pointing forward. Some people prefer to have the hands pointing back. Okay. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Good. Lifting the pelvic floor. Press down firmly into the heels as you lift. Really engaging the buttocks, lifting through the hips. Some people like to take the head back, dropping the head back. It does not work for my neck, so I keep my head up, looking forward. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the body down. Good. And then either reach the arms forward or grab the back of the legs and take your time, coming all the way back down onto the floor, tucking those shoulder blades underneath. Bring one knee at a time onto the body, wrapping the arms around the legs, hugging the knees to you. Good. Take the right arm out to a T pose, and then using the strength of the core, just gently take the legs over to your left as you turn the head to the right. And just taking a few breaths here in your spinal twist. You can always support underneath the legs if they do not comfortably come to the floor. When you're ready, one leg at a time or both together, engage the core, so a gentle lift of the pelvic floor. When the abdomen is engaged, the legs come up and hug those knees to you, just getting everything aligned again, and then over to the other side. Take your time, again using any support you may need, and turning the head, and keep the armlets extended at shoulder height or lower. Okay, if the back of the arm is floating up in the air, put support under the arm. You can lower the arm down until the elbow can rest. Even just let the arm rest on top of the body. Again, it's just going to depend on you and your body and your own body's needs. So take your time and just breathe. And then when you're ready, let the head come back to center, core engaged, the legs lift, hug those knees to you. And if this works for you, tuck the chin, reach the forehead for the knees, knees for the forehead, just curling into a little ball. And then releasing, bringing the head down. And then bringing the feet to the floor, 1 foot at a time. Good. Take a breath there. And then inhale, one arm overhead, roll to that side. The top arm to the floor, top leg extends to help lift the body all the way up. Making your way back to your easy seated pose, using whatever support you need or coming into any comfortable seated position. Maybe you want to stay lying on the floor and take yourself into Shavasana. That works as well. And then a couple deep breaths, maybe sighing out that exhale. And letting the eyes gently close. And as you breathe, offer gratitude for all that supports you. And as you breathe, feel your strength. Acknowledge your beauty. And honor your truth. And if you so choose, bringing the hands together at the heart. And the light within me bows and honors the light within you. Namaste.